Anywho, yeah, no, these games kind of have a special place from what I remember. Actually, I was thinking about it, and a really weird game came to mind when we were talking about this. Um, One actually really fun game for the GameCube that is sort of like this because it was like a isometric range shooter. It wasn't really I don't know if it was an RPG. I don't know if there are RPG elements, but it was the Over the Hedge official GameCube game. That game was kind of awesome though. I remember playing it when I was super young with my friends. And I was like, oh boy, I don't know what this game is. I played it and I was like, holy shit, this game is kind of fun. There are some good franchise games, like especially I hear King Kong, like the 2006, 2005 movie.
Wasn't that kind of FPS kind of thing?
I'm not sure. All I know is that it was good. It was some sort of like King Kong, something like that game. That like I remember my cousin showing me like a V's most recommended list for games, and that was one of them. Actually, that's how I got to play SMT now. But I digress. There's some really good franchise games. I haven't played that King Kong one, but that Over the Hedge game was it was the bee's knees.
Also, I want to point out real quick, this main theme is I don't think this is the main theme, but this theme playing is really cool if you pay attention to it. It goes from like the somber part to this like kind of I don't know how to describe this without sounding like an idiot, but this like epic triumphant sounding part.
Oh sure, yeah. Yeah.
The hub world theme does the same thing too.
Oh yeah. Hub world. Another weird thing about the Over the Hedge. This has become an Over the Hedge stream, okay? Alright, I'm taking the fuck over. So actually the funny thing about the Over the Hedge game is that the hub world for it grew as you went on in the levels, and the more levels you completed, the more characters would show up, and like they'd have these funny interactions. And it's also really interesting because it's slightly similar to TF2 because I spent my whole entire time collecting hats. You can collect little cosmetic hats like hidden throughout the game and take them on. It's surprisingly really cool. I know what the first game I'm going to stream is, well, Over the Hedge for GameCube.
In a weird way, that kind of reminds me of, I never got to play this game, but I always wanted it, but Alien Hominid.
Oh, yeah.
That's kind of a weird game when you think about it, because that was a Flash game that actually got full console releases.
Yes, I know that. Yeah, it was really interesting. Holy shit. That thing just kind of exploded.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying because it can destroy items around it.
Oh shit. Destroy the wall meat. That reminds me when we were playing the Gauntlet game, and we kept fucking throwing our weapons at the meat. You destroyed the turkey.
That guy I just killed, the guys with the toxin barrels on their back that like kamikaze at you.
Yeah.
They're very amusing because they make this stock sound effect scream.
Oh my god.
Hopefully when you see another one you'll notice it, but it's very amusing.
Sorry, I had to take a second. I just know. Did he just throw? Oh my god, he's a big boy. Well, he's just another one of the scythe boys, but did you throw out like a punching bag? Is that what that was?
He does this thing where he like slings out this like big boxing glove.
He's definitely a goofball, like that whole gesture, like the. Hey kids. I mean, I know it's a clown, but I'm gonna punch you.
There's a lot of like interesting alternate every class in the game, there's like 8 classes, and each one has a inner beast persona costume you can unlock. It's they actually work as full-on characters because they have the same stats and moves as like their default form, but they have like altered stats.
Sure.
Like for the knight, there's like this battle unicorn man that replaces him, and for the jester, there's like a hyena man. And you actually unlock them by finding them in the levels.
That's cool. I always love that about these older games. Was that Death?
Yes.
What a bitch.
I had to do that so he wouldn't suck my life juice.
Oh no, not your life juice. Sorry, like, honestly, you kind of threw me off when you told me there was, like, different personas for each character.
That's essentially what they are. The sorceress character has a Medusa.
Oh shit.
The barb... Can't remember what the warrior has. The wizard has, like, this Egyptian Sphinx man.
Ooh.
Or not Sphinx, but you know, like the dog-headed god guy, the jackal.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Sounded like a fucking idiot, but
No, no, you're fine.
The archer has the tigress, which is straight up a Khajiit, like furry, mega furry.
It's my true form, Mom. Man, this game is kind of fucking hype.
Yeah, this game is really cool. You probably enjoy playing around with it sometime.
Yeah.
I know if I can get it set up for us to play games together like this, I definitely want to play Baldur's Gate and Champions of Norrath with you, because I know for a fact you'd really enjoy those.
Hell yes, I am totally fucking down.
I'm not sure how far I actually want to get into this game. I could do a whole playthrough.
Sure.
Obviously not something I'm going to do in one sitting, but because it actually is quite lengthy.
Yeah, I bet.
For an art, like it's very lengthy, like, which is very weird because it came from an arcade game, because this is like a fully featured game in a lot of ways.
Mm-hmm.
Like I wouldn't doubt if this wouldn't take you like 4 or 5 hours, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know if that long, but yeah, I don't know. Like, definitely, you wouldn't have the quarters to actually play this game all the way through.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
You are now entering Ghost Town.
Town. So, I have this weird association with Jess. I think I talked to you about this already. But there's this weird association I have with, like, jesters in video games, because it makes me think of this one video game I played. Well, it was actually, I think it was on a demo disc, actually, on the PlayStation 1. That was like a 2D platformer, and you could choose either as this chick with like orange hair, I think, or as this jester. And it was just really goofy and strange and kind of oddball. I could not for life of me tell you what the game's name is, because it's been so long.
Want to see some real cheese, Sean?
Yes. Oh my god.
Just make him walk into the fire. I think the only bad thing is I'm not getting XP for this.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's probably the worst part about it. You're probably not getting any XP. Otherwise, solid cheese strat. Oh, look at all those fucking grubs. Yeah. Kill them.
Like, this, listen at this, like, really, like, subdued, like, 90s sounding, like, music. Like, it sounds very, alternative, like, kind of grungy.
I'm so happy.
That's all you can sing, or else we'll get copyright striked.
Fuck! This is kind of funny, but the way he throws his bombs, reminds me of the Poppy Brothers, I think? Something like that from, Kirby. that the bomb power up, and he's got like a little Link hat, and you're just throwing bombs. Poppy Brothers, something like that. Poppy Jr. I've only played like maybe 1 or 2 Kirby games all the way through. Oh, all the way through is kind of subjective. I never, like, I remember, I think my first Kirby game was like the one for either the SNES. I never played the NES one, but the Super Nintendo one I did. With the, where you could choose the hamster, or the goo ball, or the fish as your companion friends. I remember that being fun. And then, the crystal one for the GameCube. Or the GameCube. My god. Nintendo 64. That one was really fun. I did a playthrough probably about sometime in like October of it. It was really fun. Just a quick playthrough. So, funny thing, I'm thinking about this Jester, and I'm thinking about, like, exactly... Well, Chris and I have been talking about doing D&D for a little while. He's told me that, like, to watch the Lightfall campaign of, like, the Yogg's cast. And, a bard is kind of there for, like, high charisma, high, like, kind of a buffer, right? Kind of a buffer and debuffer, kind of a support role, isn't that right? And then I also think of the Jester from the Darkest Tunnel.
Oh yeah, yeah. I really need to play more of that sometime.
Yeah, me too. I have 54 hours in it, dude, and like that game scares me. Like I'm scared to play it because it like stresses me out when I play it. But I guess that's the point of it.
Don't be a casual, Sean.
Fuck. Casual. I do have some mods on it that like will make it a little bit easier just because I'm less scrub. Like there are certain things that just feel a little not really silly, but like for the level of difficulty in which that game's supposed to be is completely understandable, but in a broader, like, you hit both of those spikes, Will. Come the fuck on.
I'm barely paying attention.
No, it's okay. In the bigger, like, scope of, like, RPGs and stuff, some of that stuff I feel like didn't really make a whole lot of sense, like how your higher level characters couldn't go into lower level dungeons, and like the game is supposed to be all about like it's all supposed to be all about like, you know, being able to control a bad situation and make the best of the worst, which is really cool. But you know what else is really cool? Progress. I guess I'm shitting on it a little bit, but it is a really good game. And I totally recommend it to anybody who, when you want to play it vanilla, it's really good. But I have a few mods that changes things, like it allows higher level characters to go and do lower level missions, or like higher item stacks, things like that. Yeah. Oh, you saw. Is this endgame? That was a really shitty job.
I want to point out for this game has like really nice level diversity.
Yeah.
Even though we're in the same section of the game, like obviously it's still thematically similar, but like they still have like individual theming for each level of an area. Like obviously this has different like set piece types than the previous place, which was like fields and windmills and stuff like this. This one's like towns, like kind of looks like an old west town a little bit.
Oh yeah.
With these like building fronts and stuff. and it's like a theme for each world of the game. Like it adds like a lot of nice level and visual diversity. Like look at this cool set piece right here with the piano playing.
Oh yeah.
It's playing the theme we're listening to, just in like a kind of jaunty ragtime way.
Yeah.
You know, if there's anything you can't fault this game on for, it's attention to detail.
Yeah, definitely presentation. This game does it very well.
Like one of my favorite features from Darkest Dungeon is the there's like sometimes specific team names depending on your team composition.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Sometimes the fun in it can be like seeing what combinations create like what team name.
Yeah.
There's other games that do that, and I can't really call them to mind right now.
Oh, like yeah, in the beginning, there's the what is it? When you get like the jester, no, not the jester. I'm sorry. The highwayman, who is it? Highwayman, Crusader, Plague Doctor, and Vestal, which are your starting characters at the very beginning of the game. Those are the 4 heroes you start out with. Those are called the usual suspects. I know that for sure. There's actually a list, I think, of all the different name combinations and team combinations, which is really cool. I love that. That's great attention to detail. It's always that little stuff, I think. I mean, you know, they always say that the little stuff makes the big stuff, and that's especially true in a game like Darkest Dungeon. The theme, you know, clapping cheeks, bro.